What's the best way to build something? How do you create a structure that can work at all levels? How do you get the simple things right? Can we find a simple rule, a can't miss procedure to guide whatever we write? Can we find a simple rule, a can't miss procedure to guide whatever we write? The answer is yes, and it's called the golden rule of writing. It has two parts. First, make everything a journey. Second, start strong, finish strong. To explain, let me trip down memory lane to the first time I went to Paris. I realized on the plane I didn't have my Parisian friend's address. She was going to help me find an apartment. I left it at home, and this was pre-cell phone, pre-internet days, so there was no way to get it right away. When I got to Paris, I arrived in the middle of a steady rain and a transit strike. I grabbed a taxi to the left bank and started to schlep around the streets, getting soggy and tired, looking for my friend's apartment. As I searched for my friend's apartment, trying to remember her address, the street names seemed familiar. That's because I was circling around looking at street line. That's because I was circling around. As I searched for my friend's apartment, trying to get the As I searched for my I searched for my friend's apartment, trying to remember her address, and the street names started to seem familiar. That's because I was circling around looking at the same street signs. That's because I was circling around looking at the same street signs for so long. I kept seeing those signs. As I searched for my friend's apartment, trying to remember her address, the street names seemed familiar. That's because I was circling around, looking at the same street signs for so long. I kept seeing those signs, so they became familiar. Finally, I found a travel agent who spoke good English. She helped me find a hotel. Then I called my father back in the U.S. to get my friend's address. I looked at a map. Turns out I was just a block and a half away. From then, it was easy. Once I knew the starting point and the ending point, I knew what steps to take to get there. Writing works like that. To take a journey of any kind, you need to know the starting point and the ending point. Then and only then you can figure out all the steps along the way. When you take that journey, start with a bang and end with a bang at every level of writing, the sentence, the paragraph, the section, and the whole piece. If you don't know the starting or the ending point, you're doomed. So be sure to follow the golden rule of writing. Give the reader great sentences, paragraphs, sections, and whole pieces, providing a clear journey, starting and ending strongly, and if you can give the reader great sentences, paragraphs, sections, and whole pieces, each providing a clear journey, each starting and ending strongly, each whole and complete, if you can do that, then you are a writer. Now it's your turn. Recall a time when you got lost. How well did you plot the journey ahead of time? Now, describe the journey with as many physical, sensual details as possible. Finally, be sure to start strong and finish strong. Think hard about both ends of the trip.